Hi guys, Merry Christmas to you all. So guys, I'll be sharing with you in this video how I made my special Christmas cake. So here are my ingredients. I have some sugar, some flour, some egg, I have some vanilla powder, I have some Nutri-Milk. Nutri-Milk is kind of a milk drink. I have some alkaline chocolate, I have some liquid milk, and then a little bit of coffee powder. I also have some raisins. In fact, this is me introducing all the ingredients for this cake. I have some vegetable oil, have some margarine. You can also use butter for this recipe. I is something that I uniquely, created on my own, and I felt there's need to share with you guys so that you can also learn how to make this awesome cake. I'm using this bowl to do my mixing. And guys, I also have my baking powder. Yes, I'm using the rich baking powder. This is what I normally use at home. So we are done with introduction of the ingredients, and we are going into the cake mixing properly. So I scooped in about 25 grams of margarine if you are going to be measuring your own. Yes, and then I added half cup of sugar, and I added half cup of vegetable oil, and then I'm going to be using my hand mixer for this because I don't have energy to do manual mixing. So you're going to mix it thoroughly until it becomes creamy and a little bit fluffy. So using your hand mixer or your whatever mixer can make this job easier, because I don't think this will be possible with some kind of manual, whatever it is that works for you. Whiskers can also save. Yes. So I'm done with my mixing, and I'll be adding my vanilla flavor. As you can see, I've added my vanilla flavor, and I broke my eggs into the mix. I'm using 3 eggs. This is 3 large eggs. Yeah, so I'm done adding my eggs, and I continue with my mixing. So you mix all these ingredients until they mix properly. Yes, look at this, guys. Look at what's giving. Wow, this is already delicious, guys. I was so stressed out during the Christmas, but because it's Christmas, we need some snack at home, and people are going to be visiting you, friends, relatives, so you need some snack to serve them when they come as appetizers. So at this point, I'm adding my alkaline chocolate. Please don't ask me why I use alkaline chocolate. It's my personal preference. I love it, and I normally use it at home. So I'm done with that, and I'll be adding my milk. I'm using Hollandia liquid milk. I'm just adding in maybe half cup of it. Yes, so I've added my milk to the mix, and we continue the mixing. So guys, you can see that my cake pastry is almost thoroughly mixed. Yes, it's almost thoroughly mixed, and I think we are done with the mixing of the liquid ingredients. So we'll soon be adding the dry ingredients. So guys, before that, I soaked my raisins into some alcohol. Half cup of alcohol can do. The alcohol serves as preservative for the cake, while the raisins is kind of a topping for the cake. Raisins is dry fruit. You can also add any fruit of your choice, but this is chocolate cake, so I don't want the chocolate chips. That's why I'm using raisin, because chocolate chips always makes your cake kind of bitter, and I don't want that because this is Christmas. I want everything to be sweet. So after you've added your raisins, your soaked raisins, you soak these raisins for like 30 minutes before you start your mixing. So after that, I added my dry ingredients, which is just my flour and my baking powder. I'm using that was 2 cups of flour, and then I also use 1 spoon of baking powder, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, and after that I continued with my mixing. So you mix and mix until it gets to this texture where it is not that thick, and then I say a molten texture, kind of a molten texture. You know how you do your cake. I've actually shared a lot of recipes on cake in my channel. I think I've shared about how to make banana cake, yes, and then also how to make your sweet cupcakes. So orange cake also, I can remember, yes. So guys, we are done with mixing our cake and we have this molten texture, but for me I felt it's still thick, so because I want this cake to be very soft and moist. So at this point I added my milk drink. I don't need any water for this cake. It's kind of a personal preference also. If you like, you can add water. At this point, you can add a whiskey, anything you want. Because for me, this is Christmas. I'm trying to make everything special and just the way I want, because I'm making this cake from my heart with so much love, guys. So I added some milk drink and look at what that pastry is given. This is looking so yummy. This is looking so delicious. It's actually chocolate cake, but not your super bitter, very dark chocolate cake. No, I took those things as precautions because I don't want them in this cake. This is Christmas. I'm just trying to make everything lively, everything look beautiful. And that is why I came up with this recipe personally. So guys, look at my pastry. Our cake is almost ready. I will soon be scooping it out to bake. So we are done with the mixing and our cake is ready. For you to grease your pan, is it when you are baking, you either use a baking paper for your baking pan or you grease your pan with margarine or vegetable oil so that your cake does not get burned. Here I'm using butter. I think I have some recipes where I've also shared how to use your baking paper, but here right now I'm using margarine. Just place a little bit of margarine on the pan and then use your brush and then you grease your pan thoroughly before you scoop your cake inside. So guys, you need to rub it thoroughly, or you need to rub it around the pan, like inside the pan, every part of it. You don't need a burnt cake, right? And you don't need a cake that is going to stick to the pan. So we are done with the with greasing our pan, and it's time to scoop thoroughly and make sure everything is settled randomly, evenly. Everything is settled evenly inside the big pan before you bake. Look at what my cake is given. So guys, right now I'll be placing it inside my oven for it to bake properly. So what happened in this cake is a long story. I'm done with my baking, but there are many people around and this cake was shared. Like this particular picture I took here, this particular recording was my own piece of cake and I enjoyed it. Everybody enjoyed it. It was so lovely. Thank you for watching. Bye.